Every era produces its own kind of spiritual danger. In the past, it lived in temples and compounds, hidden behind robes and rituals. Today, it lives on YouTube, it streams on Discord, it speaks in borrowed accents, wears borrowed costumes, and sells borrowed wisdom to people who don't yet realize they're being groomed. The modern guru does not need a lineage. He does not need a tradition. He does not need a community. He needs only a camera, a costume, and the confidence to declare himself enlightened. And the internet, hungry, lonely, searching, will give him an audience. This is the environment where a man named Yuri reinvented himself as Shiva Kailash Shambho, a self-created spiritual persona stitched together from Sadhguru imitation, pickup artist culture, purity ideology, religious appropriation, and the chaotic attention economy of live streams. He did not rise through spiritual discipline. He rose through algorithmic visibility. He did not earn authority. He manufactured it. He did not inherit a tradition. He borrowed one, piece by piece, symbol by symbol, robe by robe, until he could convince strangers that he was a holy man. But behind the robes, behind the cadence, behind the name change, lies a pattern that is not mystical, not divine, and not enlightened. It is a pattern of exploitation, sexual control, manipulation, and chaos repackaged as spiritual growth. This investigation is not about tearing down a man. It is about exposing a system, a digital ecosystem where vulnerable people are pulled into the orbit of someone who performs holiness while practicing harm. It is about understanding how a modern fake guru is built, how he maintains power, how he monetizes shame, and how he uses borrowed spiritual imagery to mask predatory behavior. It is about protecting people who reach out to journalists like myself, people who have been hurt, confused, manipulated, or financially exploited by someone who promised them transformation. This is not a story about enlightenment. This is a story about manufactured mystique, sexualized authority, Discord-based control, and the dangerous ease with which a self-appointed guru can gather followers online. This is the Shiva Files.
Today's quote of the day is as follows. Spiritual process means your inner intelligence is awake. Time is limited. Whatever needs to happen must happen now. So if you are on the spiritual path, don't wait tomorrow or the next day. Whatever needs to happen has to happen today, right now. May you become awakened literally in this moment. And that's how I view my life. And that's a pretty intelligent way to go about things. So don't wait, don't postpone. Do the things that you know you need to do today, because tomorrow you might not exist. For sure, one of these days you're not going to exist. So don't procrastinate. I'm trying to find the right one.
Mahamrityunjay mantra.
Mrityunjay Mahadeva. Mrityunjay Mahadeva. Something along those lines. If you message me on Discord, I can send you the right one. But it's better that you use your own intuition. Search up mantra for healing, and whatever you feel called to do, you can do that. Meditation leads you to emptiness, to nothingness, to nirvana, to liberation. So nirvana and liberation and these things, these words are all mean something, but emptiness, I think, sums it up perfectly. Because when you meditate, when you really go down deep into meditation and you really practice, you become more aware of emptiness, of nothingness. And nothing is everything. It's everywhere. It's nothing, but it's everything. So nothingness is actual liberation. Nothingness is freedom. You become aware that there is nothing. Nothing is here. And this is the ultimate freedom. Wow. This is like your heart my heart right now is just beginning to relax. Just talking about this. The more you meditate, the more you touch this empty space and realize the universe is empty, the more freedom you have. The more liberated you are, the happier you are, the more joyful you are, and it's just fantastic in every single way.
From this stripper bitch, she from Kansas, got a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this.
A side note, my friend, I have one more Rudraksha mala left to sell or to ship. So I've packaged about 5 before I left to traveling, and all of them were sold. I only have one left that's available to be shipped out.
Beggar. I am a beggar for God. I am a gayer for God. I'm gay for God. I'm gay for Jesus. I beg you, God. I beg God. I am a beggar for God. I am a beggar for God. I beg you. I am a beggar for God. I am a beggar for God. Do not rely on your thoughts. Please do not rely on your thoughts. I'm a beggar for God. I am a grifter. I'm God's grifter. I am a grifter for God.
This is the infamous knife, or famous knife, that got me into some trouble.
You don't want me to tell you. You don't want me to tell you, nor do you want me to tell everybody else here who you actually are and what I actually think about you.
Top 5 mystical benefits of practicing semen retention.
Today we're talking about No Nut November. Are you nutting today or not? 1 month of no fapping and no busting nuts. New World Order is here. World War Epstein has arrived. Today we're talking about the recent events in the world and how it relates to spirituality. So stay tuned, buckle your seatbelts, because we're in for a doozy. Let's begin.
It's a real fucking daft 100%. You can't be more of a daft than this fucking Leo guy. I love him to death. I never met him. But, so he got it with him, and then anyways, Leo's friends with this fucking Viking fake spiritual Instagram card, okay? They're all just scam artists trying to make money and fucking picking the gaff. They're full on fucking hard losers from top to bottom. High school, weak, pussy, bitch. 100%. They're fucking.
Before the robes, before the turbans, before the name change, there was a young man named Yuri, born in Ukraine, raised in Canada, living with his mother and younger brother. He was not a spiritual seeker. He was a young man drifting through online spaces, pickup artist forums, right-wing sexual politics, Discord servers, searching for identity in the same way many lonely men do. During the pandemic, he discovered Sadhguru videos. Something in the aesthetic appealed to him, not the philosophy, not the discipline, not the tradition, but the performance, the cadence, the pauses, the breathy rhythm, the way a spiritual figure could command attention simply by slowing down his voice. He began to imitate it. He slowed his speech until it resembled a robotic echo of a man he had never met and a tradition he had never studied. He wrapped himself in robes he bought online. He adopted a new name, Shiva Kailash Shambho, not given to him by any teacher, but chosen by himself, for himself, to transform himself. This was not spiritual awakening. This was identity cosplay. His aesthetic became a collage of borrowed traditions. Hindu robes, Muslim robes, turbans, beads, sacred-looking clothing purchased from Amazon. He used these symbols not as expressions of devotion, but as props, a costume designed to appear holy, exotic, disciplined, and elevated. He openly admitted he had never read foundational Hindu texts. He said he only listened to Sadhguru. His spiritual name was self-created. His authority was self-created. His persona was self-created. Nothing about his presentation came from lineage, study, or tradition. It came from aesthetic mimicry. He was not practicing Hinduism. He was cosplaying it. When he encouraged people to search for him as the white yogi, it became clear that this was not a spiritual identity. It was a brand, a marketing hook, a way to turn his race, his costume, and his borrowed imagery into a searchable identity. This was not devotion. This was SEO optimization.
If there is no intoxication, a human being cannot pursue anything tirelessly. There needs to be a little bit of, you need to be a little drunk within yourself.
I'm realizing and recognizing in my life now that intoxication is so vitally important if I want to pursue spirituality deeper. Without intoxication, meditating and pursuing spiritual practices hurts, especially when there's friction involved. Friction between you and your mind and with your past baggage, your karma, your memory, the baggage inside in your mind, all of our minds. And if there's intoxication, if there's bliss, that creates the necessary lubricant for all of the work to go smoothly. Just like in a car, lubrication is necessary. So when I feel blissful, when there's enough lubrication in my mind, meditation feels so easy. And to be able to look inside feels so easy and effortless. But when there's no such lubrication, and I try to sit down and meditate, it just hurts, it's uncomfortable. And nobody wants to feel uncomfortable. Even though the fact of the matter is, the Buddha taught that you should have equanimity and equilibrium of the mind. You should have a balanced state of mind, meaning not reacting to craving and not reacting to aversion. Yet still, nonetheless, this lubrication is needed, absolutely necessary and essential even, if you want to make this work, if you want to go a long distance and you want it to be pleasant. So I don't think many people can go long distances feeling pain. Some people can, but not all. Yet I'm almost certain of the fact that if you feel pleasant and if you feel blissful especially, you can go long distances no matter what you're doing, even if it's a little bit challenging. And even challenging aspects get blissified if you're in bliss.
24 partners by the time you're 25, physically opening up your body to that dimension, it impacts you with so much of memory. This memory can put you in a place where it's a lot of hard work to work yourself out of this pit.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Sadhguru class, where we as Sadhguru's devotees go on Discord and watch Sadhguru's videos. We're gonna watch this video and react to it, so let's get started.
At the age of 15, if you get emotionally tangled up or physically tangled up in some way, it rules your mind completely. You cannot handle it as one part of your life, it just becomes the whole of it. At a time when you need to build yourself, you're already spending yourself, you know. This is a time when you need to build up till you reach a certain age, so that you reach a certain perch in life, and then life is of a different kind.
But nonetheless, at around 32 or 33 is when you get big benefits from your life. I know this intellectually from hearing Sadhguru speak about it, and also experientially. I could just feel it, I know it, I see it also in people. So
looking back at my life, thankfully I didn't flounder my energy towards going and pursuing sensual pleasures and spending time with girls. I did some of that, a little bit. But I always knew it was a trap. And every single time I pursued that, it was just entangling. And I just was thinking to myself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this?
The top 3 benefits that I've received being a 7% partner with Sadhguru. The top benefit I received is having more access to grace. The second benefit that I've received is more material abundance, physical prosperity, and wealth. And the third benefit that I've received is an overall satisfaction knowing that I'm contributing to something much larger than I am. Sadhguru's 7% partnership is when you take 7% of your monthly income and donate it to the Isha Foundation to support the Isha Foundation's cause. Sadhguru has said that this will make you more available to grace, as well as shed the attachment that you have to things that you think are yours. He also stated that people that are on the 7% partnership, he can do various things for them, spiritually speaking.
Before we talk about Shiva's obsession with Sadhguru, we need to understand the spiritual landscape he claims to represent. Shiva presents himself as a Shaiviti yogi, but what he actually uses is a collage of borrowed traditions, pieces of Shaivism, bits of Neo-Hindu spirituality, New Age concepts, and the aesthetics of globalized yoga culture. These are ancient, complex systems with deep cultural roots. Shiva's version is surface-level branding. Shaivism, one of Hinduism's major traditions, centers on Shiva as the supreme deity. It emphasizes meditation, discipline, devotion, and the idea that destruction is a form of purification, clearing away ego and illusion so transformation can happen. Mount Kailash, Shiva's mythological home, is a sacred site across multiple religions. Pilgrimage there is traditionally an act of humility and surrender, not a marketing tool. Modern yoga culture adds another layer. Teachers like Sadhguru blend classical Hindu philosophy with self-help language and corporate-friendly wellness messaging. It's a hybrid system designed for global audiences, structured, organized, and backed by institutions like the Isha Foundation. Shiva positions himself inside this ecosystem without belonging to it. He uses the language without lineage, context, or training. He mixes Hindu symbolism with New Age ideas like Christ consciousness and energy activation, creating a belief system that looks spiritual but doesn't hold together. It's performance, not practice. This brings us to the blueprint he's copying. Sadhguru, born Jagi Vasudev, is one of the most recognizable modern spiritual figures in the world. Through the Isha Foundation, he built a massive global brand: yoga, mysticism, environmental activism, celebrity endorsements, and a media presence that rivals mainstream influencers. He's not just a teacher, he's a polished product of the modern guru economy. Shiva positions himself directly beneath that brand. He calls Sadhguru his guru, not because of any documented relationship, but because attaching himself to a powerful spiritual figure gives him instant legitimacy. In the digital guru world, lineage is currency. Borrowing Sadhguru's name means borrowing authority. You can see the imitation everywhere. The Shaiviti language, the Kailash symbolism, the inner transformation rhetoric, even the name Shiva Kailash Shambho, which is built from devotional phrases Sadhguru uses in chants and teachings. It's branding through mimicry. But aligning himself with Sadhguru also places Shiva inside a controversial ecosystem. Sadhguru's public image is carefully curated, but the environment around him includes land use disputes, criticism of Isha's environmental claims, and scrutiny over how the organization handles allegations involving staff. Courts have been intervened in misinformation battles involving Sadhguru, ordering platforms to remove defamatory or unverified content. It's a polarized landscape, devotion on one side, criticism on the other. By attaching himself to Sadhguru, Shiva inherits both the prestige and the controversy. He adopts the aesthetic, the language, and the authority, but he also steps into a space defined by power, secrecy, and high control group dynamics. Whether he understands that or not, his audience deserves the context. In the end, Shiva's devotion to Sadhguru isn't about spiritual lineage. It's about strategic identity construction. It's the foundation of his persona, the source of his borrowed authority, and the lens through which everything he does online has to be understood.
If there's a rat hole that needs to be investigated, I can investigate the rat hole, no problem, because my body supports it. And also the energy that's put in me, it's much more powerful and intense because of a small body or a smaller body than most people. So it's very compact, very compact. I never thought that my height was a problem until I became earlier in age, like 25, 26. And then I started realizing, wow, girls actually really care about height, like way more than I even thought. Because I would go out and I would talk to girls and I would, girls like me. And it was just very obvious to me that the character is what matters, your character. But generally speaking, also I would approach girls that are my height. Smaller or a little bit taller, whatever. And then later I realized, holy shit, like height is so important. And now I'm realizing height is not important at all. Because you may be 6 foot tall or you're a bitch. You may be 5 foot tall like me. And you're a fucking badass G. Super balls to the wall, just a fucking big balls, big nutsack, everything. So, yeah.
This is the infamous life, or famous knife, that got me into some trouble. A little bit of trouble.
And I'm a God-fearing woman. I need a God-fearing man. Oh, you're a God-fearing man? I'm freaking afraid of God when I go to sleep at night. God, are you under the bed? Are you gonna spank me, God? Is that cool to say, bro? No.
Top 5 mystical benefits of practicing semen retention.
Speaking of controversies involving Sadhguru, now we need to talk about the controversies surrounding Shiva, because his behavior outside of the Guru act is just as important as the persona he performs. Shiva has had conflicts with multiple people online. Several creators in the spiritual influencer space have publicly distanced themselves from him, citing erratic behavior, aggressive messaging, and attempts to insert himself into their communities. You can see this pattern in live streams, comment threads, and posts where creators call out his conduct. One of the most documented incidents showing that Shiva could be dangerous is his incident with the Ishla Yoga Center in India. He traveled there as a self-declared disciple of Sadhguru, presenting himself as someone spiritually aligned with the organization. But once inside the center, he attempted to bring in a knife. Security intervened. He was banned for 6 months. Isha emailed him directly, stating he had no right to represent them, no affiliation, no standing, and no permission to use their name or teachings as part of his brand. He leaked the email. He turned the ban into content. He made a video titled, "Shiva Reflects on Being Banned from Isha Yoga Center." He reframed rejection as persecution, as if spiritual institutions were threatened by his power. The ban became a badge of honor, the reprimand the storyline. His persona depended on borrowed legitimacy from a tradition that explicitly rejected him. Another major concern is his Discord server, which includes minors. This is visible in the member list and chat activity, and this becomes especially troubling when you look at the content Shiva posts there. Shiva frequently discusses topics like semen retention, purity, and his desire for a virgin partner. These are adult themes. They are not appropriate to be discussed in a space where minors are present, regardless of whether he frames them as spiritual.
Top 5 mystical benefits of practicing semen retention. Number 1, increased energy. Your energy is going to be increased when you practice semen retention. Second mystical benefit of practicing semen retention is increased aura. Aura is the most periphery form of your energy. When you start practicing semen retention, this aura, or this energetic bubble that you have, this force field, it gets filled up. You start to glow, you start to shine outwards. Benefit number 3 of the psychic benefits of practicing semen retention is enhanced psychic abilities, enhanced perception, and enhanced spiritual awareness in general. Fourth mystical benefit of practicing semen retention is enhanced manifestation ability. My friends, this is creative power. This is creative energy. This is the energy that you use to make a child. If you don't spill it away, if you just harness this creative energy starts to act itself inside of you. You start to have creative abilities, magnetic abilities. The fifth mystical benefit of practicing semen retention is your connection to nature and life itself. This energy that we call the life force energy is just that. It is the energy that flows through life. This is your creative power. It's one of the most, if not the most powerful quality and element that you have inside of your male body. If you get filled up with this, your ability to connect with your own life, with the life inside of you, is enhanced. But not only that, your connection to a life all around you is enhanced also. So it is vitally important that you practice this discipline. And where would a top 5 benefit video be without a bonus? So let's give you a bonus piece of practicing semen retention. A mystical benefit of practicing semen retention is this: you simply become normal. What? I thought this was mystical benefits. Well, my friends, being normal is the most mystical thing there is, because the majority of people, I don't want to comment on other people, but in this case we are, people are not normal. They're abnormal. They're not normal. They are doing things that are weird, that are based on their mind's thinking, and their mind makes up all sorts of stories. Their mind is not based on reality, first and foremost, and their mind is not connected to nature, second of all. So they're doing all sorts of weird things to their own body and to other people's bodies and to life itself. They're crazy. When you become normal, you become like this tree. Do you think this tree thinks about itself? You think this tree is confident? You think this tree is self-conscious? Or it has anxiety? No. Life simply flourishes through this tree without any thinking process. Similarly, your thinking process gets blown away. Once enough energy flowers in this, your mind just gets put in its right perspective. Just like I have a heartbeat and my heart beats, similarly with my mind thinks, and it's a fantastic instrument, and it needs to be there, and I like when my mind thinks. But that's all that it does. It just thinks for me. When I have 1 + 1 to add, or 2 + 2 to add, now I implement my mind. It's a fantastic tool, but it doesn't rule my life. It's just, there's a heart, there's a spleen, there's a liver, there's a mind, there are nails, there are all of these things inside of my body. So you become normal. Or we can say, you become extraordinary. You become extraordinary, to coin Sadhguru's phrase here. Not only are you ordinary, but you're extraordinary. You become extra normal. So that's what I wish for you, to become extra normal. Go out there, my friends, and practice semen retention, one of the most vital aspects of life that you can do, especially if you're a man. If you want somebody to coach you, to guide you, to help you, to spiritually untangle you, reach no further, because I'm here to help. For 30 minutes, you can chat with me for absolutely free, no cost. Go to shivakailash.com and book your consultation today. Have a nice day.
Semen is of an extraordinary level of potency. You are using it to spill it on the JNU bed sheets. If that's how you're using it, well, that's your compulsion. We have a biology, we cannot put it under the carpet. It's there. But to what extent
is your choice.
Any adult running a server with minors has a responsibility to keep the environment safe, non-sexualized, and age-appropriate. Shiva does not do that. His rhetoric crosses boundaries and creates an unsafe environment for younger members who may not understand the implications of what he's saying. There is also an article linked below that documents these concerns. I'll read part of it for context. The most serious concern is that Shiva's sexual guidance has not existed in a vacuum. His Discord community included underage people, and he gave intimate advice to followers about masturbation, sexuality, pornography, semen retention, and sexual purity. A grown man presenting himself as a spiritual authority should not be cultivating a Discord audience that includes minors while giving intimate sexual guidance. The power imbalance is obvious. A self-appointed guru role makes followers more vulnerable, not less. His current website makes the concern sharper. He sells a porn recovery and sexual mastery course that offers private messaging access to him for guidance. In the context of his Discord history, that is not just a business detail. It is a boundary issue. This is not spiritual mentorship. It is a dangerous collapse of authority, sexuality, and access. This article highlights exactly what we're seeing. Shiva's behavior isn't just eccentric, it's irresponsible. When you combine the temple incident, the conflicts with other creators, the minors in his Discord, and the adult-themed rhetoric he uses around them, you get a pattern of conduct that raises serious safety and ethical questions. Women become props in his content. Proof of desirability, proof of access, proof of spiritual magnetism. He pulls women into Discord and YouTube, asks personal questions, and uses their presence as validation. In Bali, he live-streamed himself approaching backpackers, presenting himself as enlightened, trying to bring women back to his Airbnb. Women were visibly uncomfortable, his own chat noticed. The pickup artist mentality was not replaced by spirituality, it was absorbed into it. He teaches that women are too emotional for authority, that women should never hold power, that women's sexual history determines their worth. This is misogyny dressed in Sanskrit. His moral branding is equally hollow. He berates people over veganism while soliciting money for honey-producing beehives. He raises money for tree planting and produces overwhelming results. The pattern is consistent. Declare a moral cause, attach spiritual significance, ask followers for money, produce vague results, move on to the next cause. Every month he declares a new truth. He cycles through veganism, Islam, semen retention, purity culture. He wears Muslim robes while sharing anti-Muslim bigotry. This is not critique, it is hypocrisy. His real community is not ashram, it is Discord and YouTube. His Sangha is a chat server. His disciples are usernames. He reframes chaos as enlightenment, drama as practice, instability as spiritual growth. His channel titles celebrate Discord chaos as though it were a spiritual path. He encourages emotional volatility, then calls it awakening. He fosters conflict, then claims it is karmic cleansing. He creates instability, then markets himself as the one who can interpret it. He cycles through offensive behavior, apology videos, resets and repeats. He insults followers, then returns with a soft-spoken video about learning and growing. He threatens critics, claims he can delete their channels, and reframes criticism as persecution. He positions himself as a victim of jealousy, misunderstanding, or spiritual attack. This is not accountability, it is coercive control, a pattern of harm disguised as humility, a cycle of manipulation framed as transformation. This is the reality behind the persona. These controversies aren't isolated. They form a consistent pattern of instability, inappropriate behavior, and lack of accountability. And they're essential context for understanding who Shiva Kailash Shambho actually is outside of the spiritual branding.
Actually, we always think like if one is good, then two would be better. As a man, we always think that about our wives. If one wife is good, two would be even better. But actually, the Buddha himself talked about this, and he talked about the danger of young wives as well. He said the greatest suffering is the suffering of sister wives arguing together. And then he advised that said, if you're getting married, you should be getting married to someone of your own age. That's what Buddha said. Buddha talked about that. So young sister wives is off the table. It's not a good idea. It's not something I'm going to be pursuing from here on out.
I'll Google it. We'll see.
Just shut the fuck up, man.
I'm a beggar for God. I am a grifter. I'm God's grifter. I am a grifter for God. I am a grifter for God. I am a grifter for God. I beg for God. I grift for God. I grift for God. I am God's grifter. I am God's grifter. I am God's grifter. I grift for God. I grift for Jesus. 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 I am a grifter for God. I am a grifter for God. I'm a beggar for God. God, I beg you. I beg God. I grift for God. I am God's grifter. I am God's grifter. I am God's grifter. I am grifting for God. I am grifting for God.
And and you see what just happened here in the Bali, and I'm hoping to go and meet some of those guys, but it's been a bad report about what's been going on and just how fucking stupid it is to just be trying to make money. If you want to apply that to a community, at least. They absorbed Shiva's fucking community, man. They stole Shiva's community from him. They fucking isolated him, and they fucking told him that the one guy who was his friend, they don't like his energy. He can't even talk about it. They traumatized this guy. They fucking destroyed this guy's life, man. Okay. And I'm supposed to just sit by. This guy's my friend. This guy's my friend. He's trying to build spiritual community. I'm just trying to sit by and say, oh, you got the Instagram, don't you? You fucking make some money, aren't you? I'm gonna fucking sit by like that? These guys, fuck people.
When we are living on planet Earth, it seems to me that the most sensible way to live is to include people and to create a circle, and everybody's invited to the circle. That's what planet Earth is.
I'm gonna include them. I'm gonna include them, Shiva. I'm gonna include my fucking putting my whole fucking body up their ass and appearing out of their mouth.
No, what the fuck? I was actually hoping that Monk would meet these people for some reason.
They are fake. Listen. Of course, they're human beings, so good on them. They're human beings. But what they're doing has nothing to do with spirituality. They're pretending they have something to do with spirituality while not having a willingness or a practice or any experience of sacrificing their life so that they can make money for fake bullshit mentoring courses and social media courses. They're scam artists. They're real scam artists. And the last thing they ever want to meet is a real fucking scam artist. So it's just superficial, fake bullshit, and come in there and I'm going to kick down that door. I'm going to show them what Bali rules are really like, baby. There ain't no American police here, baby. I'm coming for you. No, it's a really good idea. And Shiva brought like all the energy to the table as far as I'm concerned. That fucking race car driver dude, fucking Reese is a high energy dude. Fucking all the fucking energy that was put into this for this to blossom into a bunch of fucking guys jerking off in a circle together and fucking MK Ultraing each other about money was Shiva brought all the energy there. Fucking nobody cares about Leo and Reese or Leo. Nobody fucking listening to anything Leo has to say. What's up? Let's go have lunch. Let's go for a walk together, you fucking dummies. And this is all stuff that Shiva told me. Everything I'm saying is what Shiva said. Just being a vehicle. He said they're fucking everything bad that I said about them is stuff that Shiva transmitted to me, man. Ain't coming from me. This is all from Shiva. Oh, you wanted to play it. Now it's getting destroyed. We gotta let fucking Leo pick the gap. This is why Leo picks the gap. Yo, I'm coming for you in your fucking dream, buddy. I'm gonna be gassed up to a fucking helicopter screaming, help me from the fucking Godzilla of Dr. Rob.
But we should all collectively think about where we should go. Because obviously, I'm sure, probably most of you don't want to live in the shitty cities that you live in. Concrete, shithole, frozen, wasteland, nothing. We all need to find a place that's sensible, next to the equator, ideally, next to water, ideally also, not expensive, sane people, and in the Northern Hemisphere, if you're grown up in the Northern Hemisphere. So, and then we can all do this in person, and everybody's invited, even if you have bad energy, okay? Because we're not here building something. We're here cultivating human beings.
He left a comment. I'm concerned about his energy. We're concerned about some of the things you said. I'm concerned about how I'm gonna get my fucking whole big ass thigh out of your ribbier asshole. You better fucking leave Bali before I do. You better call the Belizean cops and tell them you got a problem with a guy wearing a rainbow shirt. And this is all coming from Shiva, baby. I'm Shiva's messenger. I'm the man in the middle, because I know you guys couldn't have that conversation, baby.
So, we're all a big community here. It's just that they have stuff to lose. They can't be like this. They have to be professional. I can't do that. I can't do that ever. And I'm willing to lose everything, but I'm not doing that. That's for sure. So, fuck them. Fuck everybody. Fuck everything. And I'm just gonna go in the jungle, live by the beach like a hobo. That's the best way to go. They can go and build something.
I'm the most famous one of all of you, you fucking punks! I was on with fucking Kaisenet. Kaisenet wouldn't fucking spit on you, you fucking juiced out fucking play his freedom fucking skull-faced fucking Viking fuck. I'm the most famous person in this fucking room.
Is honesty. That's your biggest.
Oh, you don't want me to be honest, I can promise you that. You don't want me to tell you don't want me to tell you, nor do you want me to tell everybody else here who you actually are and what I actually think about you.
Hey, why don't we just make it a one live stream instead of 2 or 3? Why carry it out? Just spill the beans here, then we can just drop this whole thing. I think this is a nice play to do it.
I'm the king of the trolls. I'm the king troll. I'm the troll of trolls. I'm the biggest troll around, okay? So you take your little troll hive mind and you keep sucking on daddy's breasts, okay?
Ew.
I'm the daddy of the trolls, okay? I'm the troll king. I'm the troll master. I'm the troll knight. I'm the black knight of trolls. Okay? I'm the greatest troll that's ever lived.
All right. Seraph says Rob's love language is trolling, in quotes. Yeah. So this is the time
This
to
has
get
all
off your
been a
chest, man.
troll. This has all been a troll since the very beginning. I was never a monk. I never took Buddhism seriously. I never took meditation seriously. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't work. I couldn't work a regular job. I found out a way to become a monk. I did what I had to do. I invested. I made the money. And now I'm done. And I don't have to worry about that stuff ever again.
Wow, look at that, my friend.
And you know what? I'm not ashamed to say it anymore. It was a grift, it was a troll, it was a plan. And I didn't expect to be a monk for that long, but that's how long it took for me to get to where I wanted to be financially. And once I got there, I was ready to take off the robes, and I was never really a monk. I went to a monastery. I got some robes. I took off. I found whatever place I could stay at, and I made it work. It was a performance. It was a show. I don't even understand what Buddhism is about. I'm not Buddhist. This whole shit just seems to work. People seem to give me money if I pretend to be Buddhist. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm not ashamed of it. We all find ways to make money in our lives. And if I hurt anybody, I'm sorry, but I had to get mine, and I did. And now it's time for me to enjoy my life. And if you want to write a letter to the Dalai Lama, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. No, it's true. It's true.
I think that was the first honesty I've ever seen in him.
Christ, jeme sopoteshime neanaka, jeme sushite otapa yamata. I am Yamata, God, yes, you're God. I beg for God. I beg for God. I'm a grifter for God. I grift 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 for God. I'm psychotic 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 for God.
To understand the instability surrounding Shiva's online presence, you have to look at his long-running feud with a man known online as Dr. Rob. Their conflict isn't just personal, it's a window into how modern spiritual influencers weaponize authority, create enemies, and use drama to maintain relevance. Dr. Rob, whose name is often presented with a self-assigned doctor title, operates in the same digital space as Shiva. He positions himself as an ex-monk, a healer, a guide, and a practitioner of alternative wellness. His content appeals to the same audience Shiva targets, people seeking spiritual answers, emotional relief, or a sense of belonging. In other words, they occupy overlapping territory, and neither of them likes competition. Their relationship began with mutual admiration. Shiva publicly referred to Dr. Rob as a respected figure, someone he saw as aligned with his own spiritual mission. But as both men grew their online followings, the tone shifted. What started as a collaboration turned into rivalry, then into open hostility. Each began accusing the other of deception, ego, and spiritual misconduct. Their audiences were pulled into the conflict, encouraged to choose sides, and fed a steady stream of vague warnings, cryptic posts, and spiritualized accusations. This is a familiar pattern in the guru influencer world. When authority is self-constructed rather than earned, it becomes fragile. Any perceived threat, a competing healer, a rival teacher, a critic, is treated as an existential danger. Instead of addressing disagreements privately, influencers like Shiva turn them into public spectacles. Drama becomes content, conflict becomes currency, and the audience becomes collateral. Shiva's feud with Dr. Rob reveals several key behaviors. He frames criticism as spiritual persecution. Shiva often suggests that those who question him are lost, misguided, or spiritually blind, positioning himself as the enlightened victim. He uses guru language to delegitimize rivals. By invoking Sadhguru in Shaivism, Shiva implies that his authority is divinely sanctioned, while Dr. Rob's is counterfeit. He escalates conflict to maintain engagement. Periods of low activity in Shiva's content often coincide with renewed attacks or cryptic posts about Dr. Rob. He relies on ambiguity to avoid accountability. Accusations are rarely specific, allowing Shiva to stir tension without providing evidence. The feud is not about spiritual truth. It is about control. Control of narrative, control of audience, and control of perceived legitimacy. In the absence of formal training, recognized lineage, or institutional accountability, influencers like Shiva and Dr. Rob build their authority through performance. Conflict becomes part of the performance. For followers, this dynamic is dangerous. It creates an environment where emotional manipulation is normalized, where loyalty is tested through drama, and where spiritual language is used to justify personal vendettas. The Shiva Dr. Rob conflict is not an isolated incident. It is a symptom of a larger problem within the digital guru ecosystem. In the end, their feud tells us more about Shiva than it does about Dr. Rob. It exposes the instability beneath his persona, the fragility of his authority, and the lengths he will go to maintain the illusion of spiritual dominance. It is a case study in how modern guru influencers manufacture enemies to reinforce their own mythology. And as of this moment, the two are back together and getting along. Trying to follow their relationship is confusing.
For an ego battle. It's disrespectful to animals, it's disrespectful to veganism, it's not a line that I'm comfortable going down with or platforming. You living at home with your mother at 30 years old is your choice. And if other people think that that's wrong, they have a right to do that. You preaching to people who aren't even vegan, don't even like veganism, it's just nonsense.
So it's not your choice to eat animals. Somebody else's choice. Right? It's such a freaking music. So whose choice is it? It's not similar at all, right?
Whose choice is it for you to live at home with your mother?
It's my choice.
And so why do you choose that?
It's very convenient and comfortable, and there's nobody hurt.
Don't you understand that life is not about comfortability? Life is about being challenged. Life is about going outside of your paradigms and outside of your dynamics. Don't you understand that?
Certainly, I understand.
You're 30 years old. You're 30 years old.
Oh, is this a way for you to deflect and not talk about what you're going to talk about?
I've already said I'm not giving you that position in my life. I'm not inviting you to have that position in my life. No, it's not my choice because I don't make any choices.
Oh my God. Okay? What a great way to just hide away from everything. Is that what you say to the judge when you maybe accidentally killed somebody?
Yeah, it's true. You are getting me there a little bit because I do agree with veganism. But your energy is so chaotic and stupid that you're not open to actually have a conversation about it. So my answer is just to walk away.
Wait, are you open to having a conversation about it? Because obviously I'm not.
I've already answered. Hold on. I've already answered. I agree with veganism. I hope to be a vegan, more vegan in the future. That's that. I'm not asking for you to challenge me about being more vegan. And you're not actually a militant vegan. You have a very shallow understanding of veganism, and you're not interested in learning more. And you also called the police on a rooster, which is like the craziest example of speciesism that's ever existed in reality. But somehow you just disassociate away from that.
Let's take one step at a time.
Oh, no, this is good.
Let me guess, is that more animals?
Yeah, there's animals in here. They're dead already. I might as well eat them.
Okay. So continuing to exploit animals.
You're putting me in this position to play an ego game about speciesism. I'm not asking for your advice on what to do with my life. So you're not going to force me
you are obviously
to
not
consider your advice on what I'm doing in my life. Well, that's your opinion, and I'm not interested in your opinion about my diet.
Does the future exist?
No.
So you wanting to be vegan in the future basically means that it doesn't exist?
Yes.
So basically you have no intention of being vegan?
No.
Okay.
I don't have any intention to do anything other than what's happening right now.
Which is to eat animals and put them in your body and then pay for them to be killed again tomorrow because you like their taste. You support the cycle of pain and death, basically. Okay, then you need to sacrifice your role as a Buddhist teacher and as a spiritual teacher because you can't claim that while having such grotesque choices in life. Literally having victims, like there are victims in your plate. And I know it's a harsh reality to accept, but that's the truth. Those are the victims. Please change the audio because it's vacuuming.
I did not kill these animals.
Yeah, I mean, people that go and abuse children, they don't do that either. Just benefit and profit off of it.
What?
They don't kidnap the
What
children
did you just say?
themselves. They don't kidnap the children themselves. People that watch adult videos that relate to harmful things, they don't do it themselves.
What the fuck?
They just like to benefit off of it. You just like to benefit
What are you
off of the
talking
victims.
about?
You're benefiting from the victims in your dinner plate. Okay, you didn't kill it. Somebody else did. But those are victims, and they suffered. And you're causing their suffering every time you buy it.
I'm going to cause you suffering.
That'll be wrong. That's not very spiritual, not very Buddhist.
So what? What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm going to ask you kindly and politely to stop and show you the reality and the truth and tell you some logical things.
Are you a vegan?
Yes.
What does that mean for you, being a vegan?
It means I don't eat any animal products. None whatsoever.
So do you want an award for that? Do you think you should be an elected official because you don't eat animal products? Don't you have like a beehive or something? How's that vegan?
Look, I know that this will be very pleasant for you just to deflect the fact that you're literally eating animals right now and you're literally benefiting off the victims. But okay, we can talk about the bees as well.
You see, having a bird nest outside your window to feed the birds and see the birds is not.
Hello, what time is 21:15? What time is 21:15 on the clock? Is it 8 o'clock? Is it 2 o'clock?
9:15. Jesus. He wants a superiority
like you,
reward
Shiva.
for being a Buddhist monk for 8 years. That's funny. That's right. So
honey isn't vegan.
I agree. It's not. That's why I don't eat it. So that's one thing.
So it's not vegan to eat it, but it is vegan to have a beehive. Explain that to me.
We're talking about abusing animals and hurting animals. So having a beehive in your backyard and allowing bees to flow
In
in.
veganism, exploitation is abuse. Hello, anybody home?
Who's exploiting bees by allowing the bees to fly into a home that you built?
All right, so this is a new idea. This is a new idea, guys. So apparently, beekeeping is vegan. This is a new idea.
Again, how is putting
Is
a bird
beekeeping
nest?
vegan? Does anybody here actually know about veganism? Is beekeeping vegan or not? I don't know.
Okay, maybe it's not vegan. Then we have to.
So
look
why
at
are
the
you doing
severity.
it? So why are you
then-
attempting to do it?
okay,
Why are you doing
because
it?
Because there's really no pain or victims involved. There's really no pain involved. Okay, whether to kill a pig or a cow.
Veganism is about if an animal feels pain or not. I'm pretty sure that's not what
Yes.
veganism is about.
Veganism is about not causing death and suffering.
That's a
to
form of
sentient animals.
speciesism. So as a vegan, you can eat like mussels and clams and stuff that don't have central nervous systems. You can eat animals that don't feel pain.
Well, if animals don't feel
It seems
pain,
like you're
then
creating a new form of
feel pain.
veganism. It
Look,
doesn't feel like you follow true veganism.
Look, I know you're trying to unintellectualize this, but the fact remains, and we have to come to the reality of this, that you are literally eating animals, sentient animals that wanted to live, but were forced to get killed because you wanted to buy them in the grocery store. Then you put them in
My
your food.
community is saying beekeeping is not vegan, it's manipulative.
Okay, so what's worse then, maybe, because it both aren't vegan? Having bees in your backyard and having them fly around in the home you built, or eating dead animals in your soup? So I know your community is special. We're probably not going to have to, ask questions there or see an answer there, but...
So what, this is a vegan debate? Is that what this is? This is a vegan debate?
So this is you coming to terms with the reality that you don't actually practice morality as highly and as strongly as you should, and as you say you do, and as a spiritual teacher should that calls himself a Buddhist. That you're a moral hypocrite. It's a very strong hypocrisy.
True morality is mindfulness and detachment.
So I can kill somebody mindfully and detachedly because it brings me pleasure, and that's okay with you, right?
You wouldn't do that if you were practicing mindfulness and detachment. It's just like once you reach certain levels of enlightenment in that system, you're incapable of doing heinous crimes.
Okay.
You just wouldn't do something like that. Like the more aware you are, the more peaceful you are, you don't do things that harm others. I would never kill an animal.
But would you support the butcher that kills animals himself with money?
In what way?
In money. Would you go to the grocery store and support the butcher for continuing that to happen? The answer, of course, is yes, because you're literally eating animals. Okay, so I'll just answer the question.
I mean, sometimes I buy a cheeseburger, right? I'll buy a cheeseburger and eat it sometimes.
Yes, that's called supporting animal exploitation and abuse. So that means, by your own definition, you're not mindful and you're not aware. At least not to the degree that to see what you're doing that involves victims. You're profiting off of victims.
So McDonald's is a genocidal organization?
Yes, yes. That's where the word, genocide comes from.
From animal eating?
Yes.
If you're so spiritual, why are you a homosexual? Being a homosexual has nothing to do with whether you're spiritual or not. And I am most certainly not a homosexual. I'm a straight heterosexual male. I like girls and women. Welcome, Iman. Thank you for joining us from Reddit. I'm glad that it paid off. Yes, please. You're welcome to ask and find some victims of my crimes here. I'm a Hindu. So I guess it's worth talking about. There's a man who calls himself a Skeptic's Perspective on YouTube. He's an Indian man and he's very skeptical. And he has taken up some clips of my live streams and put them on Reddit. He's doing that. He's trying to bring me down. So I'm glad that we, at least the advertisement is working. His advertisement. And he's just a very confused man. Iman, he's very confused, very scared. And he doesn't understand spirituality. But I appreciate him clipping my content for free. I'm not paying him. And I hope he does that more. Okay. Indians can be super skeptical these days because they're resisting Hindu dogma in their country and thinking there's nothing higher than being an atheist. Yes. Atheism, I think, is very highly valued in India now. Who's that person behind me? This is Sadhguru. Sadhguru, Sadhguru. He's on YouTube. You should subscribe. Where am I from? I'm originally from Ukraine, but I live in Canada now. It's my home country now. Why do you look sad? I'm not sad. I just had a nap. So I'm fresh from a nap. No, I'm not killing anybody, Mr. Shouty. I'm just being a happy guy. You'll have to ask Skeptic's perspective why he's speaking out. He hasn't given any concrete reason as to why. He's very skeptical. I've lived in Canada most of my life, close to 20 years now. Yes, it appears so, Shouty, it appears so. Making that money. And if you want to donate, you can donate on Streamlabs. If you write a message in Streamlabs or with a super chat, it gets written out loud. So we have text-to-speech enabled here. And your message or your comment or your question will be highly appreciated. These are not bed sheets. These are cotton cloths that are purchased from a spiritual store. Wise man Sadhguru once said, people don't know how to use their egos. People don't know how to craft their personality. It's a shame. We need money. I need money. So if you're here, send a super chat. Buy a super chat.
At @O_Foxxy_O donated $2. Shiva, I'm sick. Please give me a blessing.
Well, I bless you to be well and healthy. But is that going to change your situation? It might, but probably not. So take my good wishes as faith and into your heart, and hopefully it makes you feel better. But ultimately, you have to take the action steps to resolve your illness. So what can you do? I don't know what you're sick with. Make sure you see a doctor. But sleep well, eat clean, healthy food, meditate, keep your feet on the ground, go walk on the soil, get enough sunlight, learn to sit and breathe well.
At Seraph_Null donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Who summoned me? Folded hands emoji.
You were summoned by the spirits. They summoned you here. Thank you for being here, sir. So, any good energy helps, and thank you. I'm on meds and west to doctor. I have laryngitis. I don't know what laryngitis is, but I'm certain a quick Google search will help me to understand. Oh, there's one more thing that I need to do here. I need to change my network so we don't get randomly disconnected here. Somebody knows what laryngitis is? Please let me know.
Hello, I hope you are well. I'm writing this because I think this person should be on your radar. A Toronto-based YouTuber using the name Shiva Kailash Shambho, formerly Yuri, has built what looks like a fake guru operation around borrowed Hindu imagery. Said guru, Isha aesthetics, Discord dependency, sexual shame, and paid access to himself. He presents as a yogi and spiritual teacher, but the public record shows something much darker. A man using robes, sacred language, and guru performance to sell Kailash energy, chakra activation, porn recovery, semen retention guidance, and private spiritual advice to followers. The most worrying part is the sexual and social control dynamic. He fixates on virginity and women's sexual worth, has given intimate sexual advice inside an online community that reportedly included minors, begs for donations on live streams, threatens critics, and keeps followers attached through a constant cycle of spiritual claims, humiliation content, apology videos, and Discord chaos. This is not just a strange YouTube channel, It looks like online guru exploitation, spiritual authority used to create trust, sexual shame used to create control, and internet drama used to keep vulnerable people orbiting him. A detailed Medium article documenting the pattern is here. I'm sending this for awareness because it seems directly relevant to cultic influence, online spiritual abuse, coercive control, and the exploitation of young or vulnerable followers. I can provide screenshots, archived pages, video links, live stream timestamps, and supporting evidence if useful. Kind regards, Skeptic Perspective. It wouldn't be on my channel if there wasn't some kind of scammy grift. This is the About section of Shiva Kailash Shambho's webpage. As you can see, it has him. Shiva Kailash Shambho is a spiritual teacher guiding seekers toward enlightenment. His journey began at 19 with a Vipassana retreat. Compelled by this calling, he traveled across North America and Southeast Asia, meditating in Buddhist monasteries. In 2019, he was initiated into Shambhavi Mahamudra by Sadhguru, revealing the depth of Sadhguru's mastery, and his pilgrimage to Mount Kailash marked the pinnacle of his spiritual journey. Attached, he has this other guy named Rohan. Rohan built this website. He met Shiva in Nepal, and the two spent significant time together exploring spirituality, yoga, and mysticism. And then it links all of his social medias. He offers coaching calls. That's right. You can get one-on-one coaching with him for $187, or you can get a throat chakra activation for $500. A bit worrisome. He has one course for $47, and it is called Quit Porn, Attain Sexual Mastery. And this is slightly worrisome when you realize that his Discord doesn't have any age restrictions. He just demanded come February that everyone must be 18 plus or else he would delete them. And some of the other beliefs that he has about sex, porn, women are just very outdated, as we've talked about many times on my channel before when I've talked about people doing these kinds of things and semen retention. And so it's worrisome that he's offering these courses to young, impressionable people. A lot of his audience are younger than he is, and he's 30. Everything is in US prices, and as you see, he of course has a donate link. Yeah, donate $999.99. He offers events. I guess they were going to do a Mount Kailash Summer 2026, and he sells these spiritual things in his shop as well. He has a hanging Mercury bead for $80. He has this consecrated Rudraska mala for $80, or you can buy a Mercury necklace for $70. Hurry up, there's not many of them left. And that was pretty much the entire website. And the reason why I'm speaking about this in past tense is because I am looking at this on the Wayback Machine. And the reason why that is because as of early August 2026, the site appears to have been taken down. We can no longer find the site online. Now, Shiva did find out that I was making this video about him. He does know that Skeptic Perspective was speaking out about him, so I'm wondering if he did this in hopes of stopping some of the backlash or being called out for what was here. Thank God for the Wayback Machine.
He destroyed donated $5 Australian. Jumping jacks.
Alright, we're gonna do 10 jumping jacks. Was that 5? I wasn't counting.
Burn $100. That's the deal. Somebody donates $100 or I burn $100. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I've been meaning to do this for a while. Somebody donate $100 or I'm gonna burn $100. Simple as that. Simple as fucking that. You either want me to burn $100 or you donate $100 on PayPal, on Cash App, on the Super Chat. I don't give a fuck.
refute that teaching, whatever that is. First of all, it's a fake $100 bill. It's not real. Like, lost.
I'll burn this $100. I'll
Mute
burn
the
this
audio.
$100 right now. Somebody either donate me $100 or I burn $100. Somebody donate me $100 or I burn $100. It's not more complicated than that. It's simple shit. It's simple shit. I'll burn it. Sure, you know I'll burn it, Shiva. And you know I'll burn it. It's not prop. Does this look like prop money?
Yes.
Does this look like prop money? This looks like fake money to anybody? This looks like fake money to anybody? Hello? Hello? Does this look like fucking fake money to anybody? Somebody donates $100 or I burn $100. Somebody donates $100 or I burn $100. How about that?
Background audio. Background audio.
Here's $100 and here's the lighter. Here's $100 and here's a fire. Somebody donate $100 or I burn $100.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna arrest you, Mac guy, if you don't send me $1,000 fucking dollars. You're gonna be in chains every time that you show up on my live stream until you send me $1,000, big guy. Garage man.
That's unaware, he's living in.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch.
And that could change a lot of people's lives. So destroying value is super, super inappropriate. I don't condone that. And he rage quit. And welcome to the beautiful Lake Ontario here in Canada. Today I'm going to talk to you about what is spirituality, what makes a person spiritual, and how can you yourself tell if you are spiritual or not. I think that we can measure spirituality based on how happy you are. If you're very happy, even if you don't consider yourself spiritual, I would say that you're spiritual. If you're very unhappy, then definitely you need some work to do in terms of spirituality. People like the Buddha, for example, explain that spirituality is about enlightenment and nirvana, and more specifically being free from suffering. And that is a good example of happiness. The more free from suffering you are, naturally the happier you'll become. So that is a good metric on measuring how spiritual you are, is how happy you are in everyday situations. And generally speaking, what makes a person happy is the wisdom that they have in their minds.
A modern fake guru does not need a temple. He needs a camera, a Discord server, a donation link, a sexual ideology, a costume, and vulnerable followers. He gains authority over sexuality, masturbation, porn, virginity, diet, purity, women's worth, and private guidance. This is especially dangerous when minors are involved. He uses religious imagery, shame, drama, and spectacle to extract money, attention, emotional energy, sexual vulnerability, and spiritual trust. He borrows sacred symbols from traditions he does not understand, then uses them to manipulate people who trust him. Women and young seekers should be cautious. Do not buy his products, join his Discord, pay for private guidance, donate to his live streams, join his trips, purchase his sexual mastery course, or treat him as a special authority. A legal name change is not enlightenment. Robes are not enlightenment. Tourism is not enlightenment. Pseudoscience is not enlightenment. Misogyny is not enlightenment. Donation begging is not enlightenment. And chaos is not enlightenment. Shiva Kailash Shambho is what happens when right-wing sexual politics, pickup artist entitlement, Sadhguru imitation, religious appropriation, Discord loneliness, New Age fantasy, e-begging, misogyny, anti-Muslim bigotry, and livestream donation culture merge into one self-created spiritual persona. The result is not enlightenment. It is exploitation. It is a pattern of coercive control disguised as mysticism, wrapped in borrowed legitimacy, and delivered through the aesthetics of a guru he never was and will never be.